want to, especially in this class, we always want to use our props. Blocks are a wonderful way to lift the height of the floor. This is a really great way where there's 3 settings on your blocks. When we're here, and as you put your hands to the floor, this could be your floor, this could be your floor, this could be your floor, or this could be your floor, wherever you're at in your practice. And we really want you to work with the blocks and allow them to really deepen your personal practice. That is what the blocks are here to do. So they, by no means do everyone feel like they are there because we're not good enough or because we're not doing it right. Those blocks are here to assist us, and we have a beautiful, wonderful part of practice that can really help us go beyond our scope and really find a way to make those work in our own bodies. So today, we are going to start in Shavasana, and just have your strap somewhat available by the area. And it's bright enough today to turn off the lights, especially when we're laying down. Bright lights don't bother us. And as you lie here, really just tune into your natural breathing. Allow your breath to come and go as it pleases, without making any changes to the way you breathe. And just as you allow the breath to flow in and out, you're going to allow your thoughts to flow in and out. What I mean is that when you have a thought, you don't expand on that thought. You don't ask questions about the thought. You're all going to be having thoughts here. But just let it come in and let it go. Feel each body part is touching the mat, your heels and calves, your hips and the back of your hands, your forearms and shoulders, your upper back and the back of your head. Allow them to just become heavy and grounded. Now you're going to begin to breathe in a little more fully, going for a 3-part breath, or sometimes I refer to it as a full capacity breath. So you're going to inhale into your belly, then your ribs, and then your chest. Really fill all the way up, belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale out, chest, ribs, and belly fall. Inhale, expand your belly, fill up. Rib cage moves out to the sides and chest lifts up. Exhale, relax your chest. Ribs and belly collapse inward. Press all that air out. And continue to breathe this way on your own pace. Sometimes it helps to bring one hand to belly and one hand to heart. Feel free to do that. 2 more breaths like this. Fill all the way up. And then exhale as much air as you can. One more time. Next, you're going to bring both arms up over your head, reaching on the floor, reaching for the back wall. And then walk your feet and your arms over to the right side. Move your body into a crescent shape, in the shape of a banana pose. You stay on your back. Side body stretch. Laying on your back. Two more breaths. Good. You're going to come back to center, lying flat on your back, arms overhead. And then just walk your feet a couple steps over while you stay flat on your back. And then walk your hands over just ever so slightly. Good. So both feet and arms are going in the same direction. Good. And breathe deeply. Nice side body stretch here. One more breath. And then back to center. And one more time on each side, while both feet and hands over to the right. Stay flat on your back. And from here, you have the option to take your left leg and cross it over your right. That's going to deepen the stretch in your hip area. Wide leg forward fold has a lot of hip work, so we're really stretching that out right now. Soft your feet. One more breath. And then come back to center. And walk arms and legs over to the left. And if you like, you can cross the right leg over your left leg. Feel that deep stretch in your hip, your waist. One more breath. And now you come back to center. And you're really going to do that full body stretch. So reach toes and arms away from each other. Reach, reach, reach. And then bring knees into chest. Give a really nice little hug. Good. And then arms and legs back with that full body stretch. Reach, reach, reach for opposite walls. Stretch. And now exhale, knees into chest. And one more time. Inhale, reach for opposite walls. Stretch. Long. And exhale, knees into chest. Good. Now from here, you can rock side to side. Then come back to center. And now you're going to plant your feet flat on the mat, knees bent. And with your strap, you're just going to fold it long over about 2 or 3 times. So we're just having folded strap here. And the strap is going to be a little reminder. So we're going to just tuck this strap right underneath the small of your back. So we want to keep that tiny arch, that S shape that's in our back. And this strap is just a reminder to keep the arch as it is. So when you feel your back pressing into the strap, That means you need to make adjustments ever so slightly so that you can keep that arch. You don't want to flatten the spine for this. Sometimes we want to flatten the spine. For this exercise, we're keeping it nice and arched and natural. Arms are resting down by your sides. And now you're going to pick up your right leg until your shin is parallel with the ceiling. So just that 90-degree angle. And now go ahead and grab your hands right behind your hamstring and pull your knee in closer. Feel the fibers of your hamstring turn on. You don't have to pull immensely or really tight, just to settle enough to feel it turn on. Good. And then go ahead and release, come back to neutral. Shins parallel, right shin parallel. And then drag your knee back in towards your chest, feel those fibers turn on. And release it back to parallel the ceiling. And pull in, just noticing the muscles turn on and off, back to parallel. And pull in. 2 more times, parallel. Pull in. Parallel. Pull in. And then go ahead and set your right leg down. And now we'll do the left side. Just lift your left leg parallel to the ceiling. Reach behind your hamstring and pull in towards your chest. And then back to parallel. Noticing the muscles as they fire on and off. Noticing how your hip is flexing here. Bending. Parallel. And in. 2 more times. Parallel. In. Last one. Parallel. Good. You're going to set your left leg down. And now once again, you're going to pick up your right leg parallel to the ceiling. And this time, you're just going to straighten your knee any amount so your heel goes up towards the ceiling and feel the muscles turn on there. Then back to parallel. And straighten any amount. Parallel. And straighten. Parallel. And straighten. 2 more times. Parallel. And straighten. Last one. Parallel. And straighten. Good. From here, straighten your foot or your leg. It doesn't have to be all the way straight. You can keep the soft bend, so make this really comfortable for you. But keep that soft bend, at the same time flex your toes back towards your face. And really feel the back hamstring turn on now. And now you're going to reach back behind your hamstring and pull in towards your chest. If your knee bends a little, that's okay. But just feel that muscle even tighter, more activated. One more breath. Then bring it back to center. Then parallel and set your right foot down. Left leg goes parallel to the ceiling. And then straighten your heel to the ceiling any amount. Parallel. And straighten. Parallel. And straighten. 3 more times. Is your arch of your spine still there? Are you pressing into that strap? Or is it nice and neutral? Just check in with that. And last time. Good. Keep your leg at your straight. Then flex your toes towards your face and feel the hamstring fire up. And now you'll reach behind your hamstring and pull in towards your chest. Feel a little bit more intensity here. Keep the arch in your spine. One more breath. And then bring it back to center, parallel, and foot down. Good. From here, you can reach your legs out and just give them a nice little shape. Then you're going to take the strap out from under your back and put your feet back on the mat. Try to keep the arch in your spine now without the strap there. You're going to lift your right leg and get the ball of your foot into the strap. Maybe your back buttons just for a moment and then bring it back. Good. And then from here, you're going to just kick through your heel to straighten your leg any amount. And then bend. Kick through your heel to straighten. And then one more time, kick through your heel to straighten. And then hold it there. Get your straightest leg. You need to be bent as much as you need. And then take the strap and pull it towards your body. Again, feel that nice intense stretch in the back of your hamstring. There's actually 3 parts to your hamstrings. That's why there's an S at the end, strings. The very center, that's what we're feeling right now. There's also your the outer thigh, and the inner thigh hamstring. So now you're going to pull your toes ever so slightly towards your left shoulder, so across your body. And as you pull across your body, you'll feel the outer thigh turn on. You'll feel the muscles of your outer hamstring fire. Is the arch of your spine still there? One more breath. And now you come back to center and notice how the center of your hamstring will feel once again. And next you're going to release the strap with your left hand and allow your foot to fall out to the side of your leg. Feel the inner thigh turn on. Only go until your hip wants to lift. If your left hip is lifting, then just bring it back closer to center. Do feel that nice inner hamstring muscle working. And sometimes if you don't feel it a whole lot with your leg, maybe reach your hand and just feel it fired up that way. Last breath. Good. And you come back to center. And now we're just going to fire up all 3 muscles. So you're going to inhale. Drag your foot towards your left shoulder. Good. And then exhale, center. Inhale out towards the side. And exhale, center. Inhale, left shoulder. Exhale, center. Inhale out to the right side. Exhale, center. One more time. Inhale, left shoulder. Exhale, center. Inhale, out to the right. And exhale, center. From the crown, you're going to release your strap. Set your right leg down. And now we'll go this side. Left follow the front of your strap. And then lift your arch your spine back to neutral. Good. And then you kick through your heel to straighten any amount. And bend your knee. Kick through your heel. And straighten. Or rather bend. And then kick through your knee center, and move on your breath. Inhale to your right shoulder, exhale center. Inhale out to the left side, exhale center. Inhale right, exhale center. Inhale left, exhale center. Inhale right, exhale center. Inhale left, exhale center. Good. And then go ahead and release the strap. Set it, let it out the mat, and set your strap down. Keep it nearby. Down. Send your legs out and give up a nice little shake. Good. And then you're going to plant your feet by your knees back on the mat. We're going into the bridge pose next. So you're going to go ahead and walk your feet up, maybe just a little closer to your body. Palms plant down flat on the mat. And on your next inhale, really press through your heels as you lift your hips up. And then exhale over to the huddle. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Two more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, hover. Or lower all the way down, hover. Good. Take a deep breath. And now you're going to inhale, lift your hips and hold. Good. And from here, go ahead and press through your heels. Press them down firmly into the mat. Feel your hamstrings engage. From there, go ahead and pull energetically. You're going to drag your heels towards your toes. So you're not really moving, but your heels are pushing into the floor and back towards your body. So you can really feel your hamstrings fire up here. And hold. Good. And then lower back down and take a deep breath. And now you're going to turn your toes out like ballerina feet. Good. And then you're going to inhale lift back into that bridge, and you'll feel your inner hamstring turn on. Good. And pressing your heels, really give it up forward. Good. And if it's available to, you can energetically drag your feet back towards your tush for a slightly more intense feeling. Otherwise, you can just keep how it is. And last breath. And then lower down and take a breath. So we really need to use all three of our hamstrings for our wide leg forward fold. So next we'll turn your toes in, toes toward one another. And then your next inhale, lift your hips. Feel the outer hamstring engage. Press down into the mat. And then pull your feet without moving them towards your tush. Last breath here. Now lower all the way down. Stretch your legs out and do a nice little shake. And then you plant your feet back on the mat and bend. You're going to grab your strap one more time and wrap your right foot. Follow your foot or arch your foot into the strap. Make sure you keep that arch of your spine here, nice neutral spine. And then just straighten your leg any amount. After you straighten your leg, take your left hand right to your left hip. We're going to kick through your heel, even if the knee is bent, and then allow your right leg to open up to the side. Keep your left hip on the mat. Just go as wide as you can until your hip wants to lift. So this is very much like our wide leg forward fold. Your hips are flexed. Your leg is wide. Your hamstrings are turned on. Last breath. And now come back to center. You're going to bend your knee and kick into your heel. Bend your knee, kick into your heel. One more time, bend your knee and kick into your heel. And then you release the strap from your right foot and strap your left. Get back to where your spine is arched and neutral. Straighten your knee any amount as you kick through your heel. Release the strap with your right hand, bring right hand to right hip. And then go ahead and allow your left leg to fall open until your right leg wants to lift. And come into that wide leg, forward fold shape. Feel the hamstrings, all three of them turned on. One more breath. And now come back to center. Bend your knee and kick into your heel. Bend your knee and kick. One more time, bend your knee and kick. Then release the strap. We're going to bring knees into chest and rock from side to side. Next, we're going to come up to a tabletop position, so you have the option to either roll to one side and prop yourself up, or you can start to rock and roll the length of your mat and come here. So from here, we're going to tabletop position, which is knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. So this is going to be very similar to cow cat, but really try and just focus on the pelvic and hip area, what we're using in our wide leg forward fold. So what we're going to do is tilt your tailbone, your sits bones down towards your heels, towards the mat, and then sits bones up to the ceiling. So if your back comes in with this, that's fine, but really just focusing on sits bones down towards your knees, sits bones up towards the ceiling. This is what happens in your hips as we fold forward. This can also help us return to a standing position. So as your sits bones goes down to your knees, that would be when we rise up. Sits bones up to the ceiling is any time we're folding forward. your chest and your belly come closer to your thighs. Good. And just continue that motion. Good. And 2 more times. And up to the ceiling, last one. Down to the mat. And up to the ceiling. Good. And from here, if you want to turn after you wash them, you can, or you can stay where you are, place your foot on the floor. But what you're going to do is take your right leg out long. You want to look at one of the side walls of the foot, or you can just place your foot out on the flat floor, whatever feels best for you. Good. Now from here, really feel how your right foot, generally you put the weight on the inside of our foot. So let's just go ahead and put the weight on the inside of the foot, your pinky side, and kind of lift. And you see how the knee is going to pivot towards the mat here. So next what we're going to do is we're going to really press in the pinky side, the outer edge of your foot. Press down firmly and see how your leg lifts, your hamstring, your inner hamstring engages. So let's do that a couple of times. Over the inner arch, and the outer arch, and the inner arch, and the outer arch, inner arch, outer arch. 2 more times. Inner arch, outer arch, last one. Inner arch, and outer arch. Good. And really press in that outer arch of your foot. Just feel the stretch in your ankle, the strength of your hamstrings. Last breath. And then come back to center. And you can release your glutes and just swing side to side. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Come back to center and opposite side. So we're going to stretch your leg out. Good. Then really press in the inner arch of your foot and the outer arch. Inner arch. Inner and out. Inner and outer. 2 more times. Inner arch and outer arch. Inner arch and outer arch. Good. Then really press firmly in the outer arch of your leg. Feel the engagement of your ankle and your hamstring. Last breath. And then go ahead and bring your leg back in and release your glutes by swinging on side to side. 6, 7, and 8. Good. Next, you're going to come to a standing position. Yes, take your time and make your way there. And then from there, really bend your knees, a nice generous bend, comfortable. And we're going to continue that pelvic tilt. So sit bones towards the mat, and up towards the ceiling, and towards the mat, and the ceiling, the mat, and the ceiling. Good. And the mat, towards the ceiling, mat, and the ceiling. Last one to the mat, and to the ceiling. Good. Next, you're going to straighten your knees, and we're going to continue that movement. So notice much less range of motion. Sits bones towards the mat, and going to go ahead and take a block and swing your legs. You can do that motion one more time. Even less range of motion here. Really squeeze the thighs together to activate all of the thigh muscles. And then sit towards the floor and up towards the ceiling. Towards the floor and towards the ceiling. Towards the floor and the ceiling. Floor and the ceiling. Two more breaths. Floor, ceiling. Floor, ceiling. Good. And then we'll remove that block. You're going to stand with your feet just slightly wider than hip distance. And then put your hips. You can have a block in front of you at close height. We're not going to reach for the floor just yet. We're just going to come into your halfway lift, but that will be there in case you do like the block for your halfway lift. So knees have a soft bend, nice long spine, and then you're just going to lift your sit bones up towards the ceiling as you hinge forward into that halfway lift. Good. And now sit bones down to the mat. Using your back leg muscles to lift you up. And sit bones up to the ceiling. And down to the mat. Sit bones up. And hold it down towards your heels. Two more times. Last time, sit bones up. And then sit bones down. Holding that, keep your legs in a nice little shape. And then you're going to have the option here. If that's a little bit of a struggle for you, to stay flat on the mat. If you feel like you're confident with the runs, you can use a block. If you would like to try the block, but you need a little help with that, you can always take the block near a wall. So, and actually, why don't we all just take a block near the wall? It'll be about 1.5, maybe 2 feet of block to feel away from the wall. And you're going to hold on to the wall as you stand your leg closest to the wall, up on the block. And then from here, really flex your lifted foot's toes towards your body. And you're going to swing your leg out like a wide leg forward fold here. And then draw your leg back in and out. Nice and slow, controlled movements. Good. Hand can be on the hip or relax down. It could be up on your shoulder, it could be anywhere really, just whatever feels good to you. And now one more time, lift it out away from your body and then hold there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it back to center. Stand off your block and give your legs a nice little shake. And then we'll do the other side. So you'll just turn your body, step on the block, hold on to the wall. And stand up. Flex your toes towards your face. And then take your leg away. And together. Away. And together. Away. Together. Together 2 more times. Together. And then your legs going to go away and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left center. Off your block. And give your legs a nice little shake. That's a great way to fire up all those hamstring muscles. Next, you're going to come back to your mat. And we'll place that block again at the And now we're going to come into our first wide leg forward fold. So you want to turn on your mat and then so toes, your feet with a wide leg forward fold. You have the option to have them facing straight forward or slightly turned in. It can be a little bit tough on your outer thighs if they're turned in. So if that's bothersome, just point them straight to the front of the room. But just feel what feels best for you and your body. Everybody's going to bring hands to your hips. And then we're going to come to that halfway lift. So hips or tail sits bones up to the ceiling. Into your hips. Good. And then option, you can either keep your hands right here around your hips or they can fall to your block and you continue the fold around your spine now that your hips can no longer hinge. Beautiful. Good, everyone. And breathe nice and long and deep. It's easier on your hips when your legs are wider, but it's more of a stretch for your hamstrings with your legs wider. So make that beneficial for yourself. If you need to play with the stance, you can widen your legs and see how that feels. Two more reps here. Knees have a soft bend in them. Then you're going to bring yourself back to your halfway lift, nice long spine. And then sit bones down to the back. Use the back of your legs to lift your body up. Good. And now you both feel your feet together. Use those adductors. And shake your legs. And then you're going to go ahead and once again, lay wide with the toe heel or step out. In your choice, whether you want your toes pointed straight ahead or slightly turned inward. Good. And then hands to your hips, we're going to fold forward to that halfway lift. And now everybody reach for your block or the floor. And then when your hips can no longer hinge, that's when you can round your spine into that forward fold. Knees have a soft bend. Yes, you wanted to bend one knee generously. And then the other. It's a great way to just loosen up the muscles, give them a little bit of a release. Release the lactic acid. And then come back to just a little bit of stillness here. One more breath. And your next inhale brings you into your halfway lift. And then sits bones down towards the mat. And toe together. And bring your legs good. Everybody's hips are doing okay? Okay. So one more time, we're going to come into a wide leg. This time, we'll really focus on pressing into the outer edge of the pinky side of the foot. Press firmly there. Good. Now, give you the option, if you'd like a little shoulder work, you can interlace your fingers behind your back. And then fold hinge until your hips can no longer hinge. Then you're going to round your spine. And hands can come away from your back or they can stay at your hips. Fully out to you. And hands come away from your back. It's a nice little shoulder stretch. One more breath. And hands to your low back if they aren't already. And inhale, halfway lift. And then sit bones down to the mat. All the way up, using your hamstring muscles. Good. Now you're going to go ahead and show your feet together. And try to do that nice little shoot. And then we'll just do a little release for your hip. So we're going to call this open and close the gaze. We're going to pick up your right leg, open it out to the side, and then back to the side. We'll do that 3 times on each side. Okay, that's really bothersome. Then just make it maybe a much smaller movement. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to very slowly make your way back to lying down on the mat. And once you come to lying flat, you're going to take your feet as wide as your mat and allow your knees to fall in towards each other. Just kind of countering that stretch. A little more work through your quads. More breaths. And then your arms are going to come into like a goalpost shape or a cactus shape. And your feet stay as wide as your mat. You're going to release your wide for your knees in your direction and really release your hips. Nice deep breaths. 2 more times. And then come back to center. Good. Bring feet in together. And then you'll take your right ankle across your left thigh. Reach in between your legs for your hamstring or your shin. And this time, the arch of your back is going to be nice and flat. Just feel the nice stretch here. Good. Strap is beautiful modification. Thank you for knowing your body. Last breath. We're going to do this figure 4 shape 3 ways. So you're going to drop your left foot down to the mat, keep your right leg across. Arms come back into that cactus shape. And now you're going to allow your left knee and your right foot to fall to the left side. Yeah, or the other way. So your foot's going to be pointed right now. So your right foot will be planted on the floor. Or close to the floor, yes. then come back to center. Keep your legs crossed. And this time you're going to toe heel your left foot to the outer edge of your mat. Until your knee and your foot fall inward. It's like a tent collapsing. Beautiful. Great stretch of your hip. One more breath. And now toe heel your left foot back to center. Release your right foot to the mat. You're going to lift and lower your hips to get re-centered. And then cross the left ankle over your right thigh. Reach in between your legs and your hands are strapped, hands straight or shin. And pull your legs towards your body. Or the needle pose. This is the same as pigeon pose. If pigeon pose was ever not in your practice, please take the figure 4. We didn't do that today, but last breath. And go ahead and lower your right foot down to the mat. Keep your legs crossed, arms into that cactus shape. And you allow your right knee and your left foot to fall to the right side, as close to the floor. And one more breath. And now you come back to center. Keep your legs crossed. You're going to toe heel your right foot to the outer edge of your mat and your legs collapse inward. And that nice opening of your hip. After all the flexing we've done today. Last breath. And toe heel. Your right foot back to center. Plant your left. Lift and lower your hips. Get re-centered. And then draw your knees into your chest. Hug your knees across side to side. Then I come back to center. And you're going to pick up your head and squeeze every muscle in your body. So your toes, legs, abs, arms, feet, back, squeeze, 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 faces furrow. And then exhale, release it all down. Long and wide. For your final shavasana. If you have any cross the leg, maybe a pillow for your eyes or head or your knees, or blocks. Palms are face up. Allow your breathing to return back to natural breathing. I'm going to come around for a soft touch with essential oil. If you prefer no touch or no oil, you can always place hands on your belly. Today I'm using a blended oil for tranquility, orange, bergamot, mint, lemon, laterally grapefruit, Emily, and Claire sage. Again, if you prefer no touch or no oils, I will never be offended by this. And I will give you the option every time. Once again, feel every part of your body touching the floor. Your heels, calves, hips, the back of your hands, elbows, forearms, and shoulders, your upper back, and your head. breathe in a little more fully. Very small movements with our fingers, toes. Rock your head from side to side. And then as you're ready, most clear, you can find a transition pose. Either roll to one side, hug your knees in, rock. Take a moment to just appreciate your body for all that it's done for you throughout your life. And whenever you're ready, you can prop yourself to a comfortable seat with eyes closed. And then you'll inhale, arms overhead, palms and knees. Reverse your palms facing outward. And exhale, very slowly press the air around your leg. Move as slow as you can. Notice if any of your senses ignite as your hands move through the air. Can you feel your bone, your body feels your arm? The hands come to the heart center. Thank you so much for joining me.